Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Oh, hey, welcome back to the Bad Movie Night podcast. It has been a while, a week exactly. We have returned. Happy
Holy shit.
October.
Only 1 week?
Only a week, but we are here.
For this year,
Look
that's
at
pretty
us
good.
on a roll.
That's
right?
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Setting new expectations.
I'm pretty excited about tonight because we were talking about American Rickshaw, the classic, 1989. How about everyone here? How's everyone doing? Has anyone ever ridden in a rickshaw?
I have actually through Times
Really?
Square.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
quite
recall
the way
ever
to see
seeing
it.
them in Times Square
That's a
before.
Was it pulled by a
It was
muscly
a-
young man in a
It
tiger
was
shirt?
a bicycle rickshaw.
Okay.
It's a Rickshaw.
Rickshaw.
Rickshaw, not a rickshaw.
I don't recall ever seeing them in Times Square, but then again, I just missed it. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't recall ever seeing them anywhere, honestly.
Well, that's just, I want to
yeah.
get into that. We're going to get into this title.
We
Yeah.
won't jump into it too much.
Yeah, no, not yet.
How's everyone's weeks going here? Everyone excited because Halloween is next week? Next
It
Thursday?
is next week.
Spooky
Yeah.
season.
Anyone do anything
excited.
fun? Anyone got a costume?
No.
No.
We went to a party this past weekend and we dressed up as Anton Chigurh and Llewellyn Moss from
I
No
saw your
Country
pictures.
for Old Men.
Oh, that's
Really good.
amazing.
That's
You
awesome.
guys
It
nailed
was-
it.
It was so much fun.
That's cool.
That's a great freaking movie.
Yeah, that's a
It is
great
really
movie.
good. It is a good movie.
That's a very random choice. Okay. But I can picture you guys doing that. I can see you guys pulling that off. That's pretty funny. I don't ever dress up. I've always been like weird. I feel weird
Yeah.
dressing up.
Yeah,
I'm super
fun.
self-conscious
Okay.
and I need to like get out of my own head with that stuff, but I just have never been able to really do it. Probably started when my mom made me dress as like a girl for the first 3 years of my life for
Oh,
Halloween.
wow. Really?
I might have done something.
Maybe that
Yeah,
fucked up my desire to get dressed up. I don't know. Nothing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
Yeah.
you know,
Huh?
I don't know.
Your mom had other plans, I guess.
Yes, my brother.
All right, folks. Well, we're excited here because we were talking about America Rickshaw, the classic, 1989. I guess I'll do a plot synopsis, right? What
Go.
are we
Do
calling
that.
these?
Dump that plot, AJ.
Plot trailer.
Plot trailer.
Plot dump.
All right.
Plot hole. It's the plot hole, AJ.
I'm going to try my best here.
that plot.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, we might be here for the
We
entire.
might. I didn't write anything up either, so I'm just winging it here. All right. A Miami rickshaw driver finds himself entangled in a murder plot. It turns out he has an ancient past and history that tied to the year of the tiger.
666.
Will he be able to solve the crime and figure out how to use his superpowers?
I can pull a rickshaw.
Or will he find himself left to just pulling the rickshaw
Pulling
by
something else?
himself? Find out this and other exciting questions in American Rickshaw, 1989 classic Rickshaw action.
Rated R for
Lots of boobies.
insane plots,
Lots of nudity.
boobies, cats,
Oh, that was terrible. All right.
future devil people.
Yeah, this movie had a little bit of everything. I'm pretty
It
excited.
did.
Man.
It really did.
I am pretty
I was
excited
trying
to
to
talk
explain
about
it to Jess, and she's like, "So they just took every idea and went with it."
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
like,
blender.
A little
Pretty
bit.
much, yeah.
A little bit. This is an
You
interesting
just got to make her
movie.
watch it.
An interesting film.
It's something.
All right, folks. Well, Aaron, do you have a history hole for us tonight?
Yeah, I guess so.
Cool.
Don't
All
we
right.
normally play the trailer first?
Oh, that's true. I have the trailer.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're gonna keep the trailer.
I'm mad because I can't
In the world of 1989 Miami, an American rickshaw driver, puller.
I only told the police what I saw. Only a cat?
Oh,
the snake. The snake. All right, there you go.
That's it. Yeah, that's a nice
trailer.
smattering of everything that you get.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron. I'm gonna
All right, you
transfer
wanna
us
do this?
over here.
All right. Oh, Hey guys,
Oh wow,
feeling a little frisky.
that is something.
That's terrifying.
It is
The
terrifying.
blue glow of your room really
Right.
adds to.
Look at these beautiful
It
blue
makes
eyes.
it look like one of those, like the opposite of a red light mask, I guess.
Yes.
That's what I wear. That's what it looks like.
You're right.
All right, for all the ladies out there, would you entertain a gentleman if he was wearing this mask? I mean, what the fuck? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Where do you
why
even
he
get
wore
a
this
mask like that?
Where do you get that mask? He looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He's all like, "Come here,
That had
baby."
been in the microwave.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
it's so weird. Anyways, this is American Rickshaw. This is the one of there's multiple covers that I found. This one is kind of, I think, the original.
That's pretty cool.
You can see that. And then there is a slightly tweaked version, which I think is hilarious because I wasn't sure what they were trying to say. The way which is a way is not the ordinary way. What? What the fuck does that mean?
What is the way?
The way which is a
Well, 'cause
way is
That's
not the
the quote
ordinary
that
way.
they put at the front, and it
Yeah,
said
that
it
was
was
the
by
very-
Confucius, but I think it was
It's
by
confusing.
Confused.
Somebody was high as fuck when they wrote down that Confucius quote. They're like, the way which the way is not the ordinary
Maybe
way,
it didn't
man.
translate.
Yeah, it probably didn't translate. And then we have this cover, which looks
That's
like a
pretty
more
cool.
modern. I think this is for the 2020 re-release on Blu-ray, which is
That's
pretty
cool.
cool. I think that one captures a lot more of the movie.
This just makes me think of Ninja Turtles because you have you
The
have Raphael
tusks.
back there,
yeah.
and then you got Bebop,
Bebop. Mm-hmm.
Rocksteady. I can't remember which one was the warthog,
I think Bebop. Maybe
That's
not. I don't
pretty
know.
and the cat kind of looks like Splinter,
Yeah. There's a lot of turtle
Yeah.
stuff happening.
and the
here.
redhead could be April O'Neil.
But they don't show the old lady. The cat is more prominent in this than the old lady on the cover.
Well, the cat does more.
Well, yeah, she
That's
doesn't
true.
do much. She just sits in her chair.
She does the best job of the film.
She does. So this movie was released in Italy in 1989. Later came to the United States in 1991 for a video premiere. It has an alternate title of American Tiger.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. It was filmed in Miami. It is a combination Italian and American film.
Yeah.
The director was Sergio Martino.
Yes.
You know
He's a
him?
great. Yeah. Until Chris hit all the Giallo episodes, we covered 4 of his movies.
Yep.
He's done some classics.
2019, After the Fall of New York. I don't know if we ever actually watched that, but we wanted to
Yeah.
watch that.
I watched that with Mark on a
Okay.
video show.
Hands of Steel. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this guy's done tons of stuff. Craving Desire.
Your Vice is a Locked Room. NY.
Your Vice is a Locked
That's a
Room.
good one. He also did
after the
Torso.
Condor.
He did Torso, which is a classic.
Oh,
The Strange Vice of Mrs. Worth is really good too. That's a good one.
how about Cream Horn?
The what?
Cream Horn, not cream corn.
He's
Cream
done a lot
Horn.
of good movies, this guy.
And right below that is Spaghetti Mazzanote.
Whoa.
Oh, Hands of Steel.
The Great Alligator. Slave
cool.
of the Cannibal God. The Island of the Fisherman. A Man Called Blade.
Yeah.
Sex with a Smile.
So many classics.
Okay.
Silent Action, The Cheaters, High School Girl, The Violent Professionals. Yeah, this dude's been, he did a lot of stuff, I think, starting in the late 60s on up through 2012.
Chris had a poster on our set of Hands of Steel. That was one
really?
of his movies. Yeah, it used to be in our background. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It has two other writers. He also co-wrote this. Roberto Leone, who is known for things like Santa Sangre, The Master Touch, Favola Crudele. These are all Italian things that I'm butchering the names of, as well as Saro Scavoloni, who is known for things like Love and Death in the Garden of the Gods, Your Vice is Locked in a Room, and Only I Have the Key. Yeah. Beyond Kilimanjaro, Across the River of Blood.
Sweet.
Blood. There's nothing to be found about a budget for this film.
Oh, jeez.
Shocking.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was
nothing.
released on Blu-ray in 2020. A 2K restoration.
Oh, that's
of the film.
interesting.
Unfortunately, no VHS copies were re-released.
Oh, it's a crime.
Yep.
Yes, you did, Sean. I have it. It's on the shelf,
Nice.
like directly behind me. That shelf right there.
Nice.
Right there.
That's nice. That's a nice. This stars Mitchell Gaylord, Daniel Green, and of course Donald Pleasance, which is pretty fun
What
to see.
the hell, yeah.
Yeah. And then the old lady was Michi Kobe. And then a bunch of other people you may or may not know. Like Victoria Prouty was Joanna.
Oh.
Okay.
She looked familiar
Right, yeah.
to me.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, she was in Men,
Proudy.
one episode of a TV show called Men.
Oh, yeah, she's in only
And
two
American
things.
Rickshaw. She's been in two things.
Wow.
She looks really
So
familiar.
she looks familiar from American
Yeah.
Rickshaw.
Apparently.
Maybe she just has a familiar looking face, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be.
Did she do, I don't know, magazine ads or something like that maybe in the past? Or
Maybe.
TV
We're gonna find out she was
commercials, or-
like a porn star or something.
I mean, it wouldn't
They look
be
so familiar.
surprising. Yeah.
So funny.
I mean, no judgment. That's fine. Production company was Dania Film, Medusa Distribution, and National Cinematography. God damn, I cannot pronounce things.
It's getting better.
No, it's getting better. It's because I'm hiding behind this mask with my little beady eyes. I had runtime of 1 hour and 33 minutes. Yep, that's about all I could find about this
It's fair.
movie.
It's fair. It's not a lot
What
out
do you
there.
think? What do you think of the name American Tiger? There, would that be better than American Rickshaw?
It sounds better because
It's
when you
less
posted
misleading.
that was the movie, I was like, "What?"
What? Taking the dog?
And I
Yeah.
think it makes more sense to focus on the tiger aspect of
Yeah.
it than the, because most of the time he wasn't doing the rickshaw
No.
work, and
No.
like it only was
Yeah.
important when he picked up the lady in the rain.
Yeah, I was really disappointed by the
then-
lack of Rickshaw action.
Yeah,
I really thought there'd be
Yeah.
a rickshaw chase or something,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. How
A
could you
rickshaw
not?
fight.
so should have been.
That's a huge missed opportunity, right?
Yeah,
If you're gonna call
Like
it
a knife
American
fight on a
Rickshaw,
rickshaw.
You need more rickshaws.
like yes, like people like multiple rickshaws, like Indiana Jones style.
I want
where
to
they're
see the one
jumping
going
across from
going
rickshaw
over
to
the
rickshaw.
ramp on fire or something. You know, like what's
Yeah.
all the cool
We
rickshaw
got a speed
action.
moment where they got to hit like 80 miles an hour.
Where
to
he's
make
like
it up
chasing
over
a
the-
car and he's like super fast and can catch up or something.
Yeah, the car comes in and like boosts him,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh shit!" Going
Yeah,
90
I
miles
think
an
that
hour.
was,
Like, we
uh,
didn't get any of that kind of fun action.
Yeah.
or like a sudden stop and someone flies it
Yeah,
out.
there's so much you can do.
Yeah. Hijinks
Yeah.
could have happened. With
So
that.
many hijinks could have
So
ensued.
much hijinks.
Yeah, so that was a little misleading to me. I mean, we really are only have them standing near a rickshaw for the most part. Mm-hmm. And be like, "You want to go for a rickshaw ride?" That's about the extent of the rickshaw
Yeah,
action.
that one guy was.
Well, it seemed to be
Super
more of
creepy.
like an escort service, a little bit.
Yes.
So okay, that was
With the crowd that was around and where they were doing the rickshawing.
All right.
And the
We'll
way
talk
they
about
were
it.
asking for
Yeah, for-
rickshaw rides.
So-
Can I get a ride
Shit.
on your rickshaw?
We gotta
Wait, we
transition.
got to talk about what we.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
All right, here. I'm going to play my overly long bumper for the Patreon
Yes,
thing.
Patreon.
And then we'll
Okay.
talk.
Patreon, $2 a month. Patreon. Patreon. Patreon, $2 a month. Patreon. Join me for some fun stuff. Patreon.
That was
right.
amazing.
That was stuck in my head for like 4 days.
I thought it was too long. I feel like
I'm trying to
No,
fall
that was
asleep and my
awesome.
brain's going
Never
like,
too long.
$2 a month.
Patreon.
All right. Aaron,
Yeah.
what did you think about the American Rickshaw?
I think I've already said that I'm just pleased with the name because I expected more rickshaw action. Other than that, though, this movie was fantastic. I really don't know what the hell it was supposed to really be about, but it was entertaining. We got lots of different kind of things going on. Know what I'm saying? We got snakes crawling out of people's eyes. We got people
Yeah.
turning into warthog demon things. We've got Donald Pleasance for some fucking reason as a preacher man. We got great cat action. I don't know. It was fun. I don't know that I really understood a lot of it, but it was really entertaining.
Fun. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Lindsay, what did you think about this movie?
Yeah, I was going into it, I made the mistake of trying to figure out the plot. So it took me till about 20-30 minutes where I'm like, okay, I just need to enjoy the insanity going on. And I did. There was a lot of crazy stuff. I'd say the last 20 minutes is probably the best crazy stuff. There are kind of some dead spots, but overall, no, I did really enjoy it.
Awesome. Rebecca, what did you think?
I mean, it was super convoluted and all over the place, and they threw everything at the wall, and everything stuck, and they went with it anyway. But it wasn't boring, and it wasn't like once you just kind of tried to put aside figuring out what was happening, like Lindsay said, it became
Turn your
enjoyable.
brain
Like
off.
you just had to like not think about what was going on or try to get in their brains.
See, the problem is you're too intelligent.
They had
Rebecca.
none.
If you were a moron, you'd be
Well, I
like, this
think it
makes
was
perfect
more-
sense.
I think there were a lot of drugs involved, and they were
possible.
like they're in Miami. There's cocaine flowing. They're just like, let's do it. And then he is gonna turn into a snake coming out of his face. Oh, that's perfect. And then the boat's gonna be on fire. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
It was fun. I liked it. I thought it was a good time. I felt like this was a pretty legitimate movie, and it felt very 90s and 80s-esque, which I loved, and it had some of those classic things like the car chase and like trying to get away from the bad guys, and like I don't know, it was way more entertaining than I would have thought going in. I had kind of low mild expectations on this, but it was much more of a movie than I had anticipated. Yeah. So, American Rickshaw. We talked about rickshaws a little bit. What is the plot? Can anyone surmise kind of the storyline of American Rickshaw? It's a challenge.
Well, we've got
There's this. Yeah.
we've got the old
There it
lady.
is.
Yep, perfect. There it is. Yeah.
And I think she kind of sets up a meeting with him.
Yep.
With the rickshaw
So
driver.
she's in the rain. He comes along.
That's a great start to the movie.
Slow motion
Yeah.
takes her through the rain.
Yeah, because it's like she
That's cool.
can become the Cobra or something, or she controls
Yeah.
the Cobra, and his buddy, who he's taking over his rickshaw duties, said before he crashed and broke his knee or whatever that he saw a Cobra. So she made
Yeah.
it so that he was taking over the rickshaw appointments.
Oh wow, that's elaborate.
This really a lot.
It's an elaborate.
But
Plan.
to be clear, she wasn't physically there. She was doing
It was
this.
Yes. Well,
and then,
the Cobra
then you cut
was,
to like a
was
cobra.
doing
Yeah,
this.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, that. And then there'd
So
be a cat. And you'd be like, why is she actually
Yeah.
controlling this? Or is this like remote vision?
So this old
Or-
woman is like kind of like a deity or an old god or something. And it's interesting because they set up so much with her and none of it's explained till like the last 15 minutes.
And then barely.
Yeah,
Everything is
which
just
I thought was a
kinda
huge
dumped.
loss. Because they do so much cool stuff in the beginning. I was like, wow, this has like a lot of like Chinese influence. It's cool in that way. And then it kind of goes away for most of the movie. you
Yeah,
know?
it could have had more. It could have been more along the lines of like Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
That
That's what I was
would've been
hoping
cool.
Miami,
for.
you know, kind of thing. But they didn't do enough of it.
Big Trouble in Little Havana.
So he's
So
given
then
like
she sends
Yeah.
him that package
a gift,
to
right?
his apartment that has the artifact of some sort, which
That does what?
Yeah.
he
we don't
takes
know,
the
'cause he
artifact,
throws
but he
out the
drops
paper.
the letter that
Yeah.
kind of explains things, and it falls down the steps, and he's like, "Nope, not getting that."
And every
yeah.
time
Man,
he
he's
goes
lazy.
to look at it, something else distracts him, and so he just walks away again.
Yeah.
So the whole movie
He
you're going,
can't
what
be
is going
bothered
on,
to
right?
walk down steps.
Or just pick it up. He has to read it from the top of the stairs, looking down at one
I think what
point.
that was supposed to be is like it was like a super protective device that keeps him safe because when the fire eventually happens in his apartment, that chest that is in does not burn. Fire cannot
Right.
touch it. So it's obviously powerful in some kind of sense. Where it's supposed to be some kind
Yeah,
of
it's
protective
some sort
thing.
of yeah.
But you don't
He
know
sent
any
it
of
to
that
him for
the
a
whole
reason.
movie. And you still don't
Yeah.
know by the end of the movie. So like
Right.
Yeah, when we meet her, she's old. She's got this
Yeah.
thing in a container of sorts in a chest
yeah.
in her
A terrarium.
terrarium of
She has
yeah,
a
there
pretty
you go.
elaborate apartment.
Which has this like
she does.
statue-esque figurine type thing. It's like the part
It's very Pier
warthog.
1 imports.
It's very Pier 1, like this is from Africa
Yeah.
kind of thing, but it's actually made in New Jersey.
Made in
Yeah.
Yeah. From like recycled just potpourri.
What do you think she
things or
does all
something, I don't know.
day in that apartment? There wasn't much in
She
there.
smokes.
She
Just
sends
smokes
the
cigarettes.
Cobra
That's
out
okay.
on like to spy on people.
She says the Cobra goes out to get Grubhub and bring it back.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Picks up
when
her
she
prescriptions
first
and
arri-
stuff.
Like someone came out to get her in the wheelchair, so
Yes.
it's almost like she had an assistant or something. But then we didn't see him again.
Is that what that was? Because I thought he was like taking her to a doctor's appointment or something. That's what I thought that was.
Yeah.
But then I thought that was at the apartment because she's in the wheelchair. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it
know.
really
Lots of-
matters much. It
It
just
doesn't
establishes
matter
that
much.
she's old and weird.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
as the story develops, you'll learn more about the reasoning for her actions and the powers that be.
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah. I
Sort
guess.
of.
What did you think about our main guy here, Mr. Rickshaw? What did you guys think about this
What
guy?
was his name?
He was so stupid. I mean, most of the characters
Yeah.
are really stupid, but
What the fuck was his name? I don't even know his name.
He made not great choices
no.
Yeah.
that just kind of led
Scott.
him further and further into issues where if he would have just like talked to somebody,
He would have been probably
it
okay.
could have been avoided.
Well,
even like
he's
the
under
writer
a
from
lot
the-
of pressure. His name's
Yeah.
Scott. Yeah, he's under a
Scott?
lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
He's
he
studying.
he takes a fare, right? Which happens to be a lady from a strip club,
Yeah.
Well, it's- even
an exotic
before,
dancer.
Joanna.
Yes.
Even before that, it's interesting the setup because he has a roommate, right, who injured his leg, and he's paying all the bills and everything for him, and like taking care of him and stuff, which is quite a lot, to take on.
And he's
as,
going
like,
to school.
medical
yeah,
school, right?
and medical school. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
That
that's a lot.
guy's never graduated medical
And
school.
running the rickshaw.
and
There's
running the
no
A
way.
lot.
Yes.
He should just drop out immediately. There's no way. I am a doctor. No, you're not. No.
So he takes the fare to
Yes.
her yacht.
Joanne. He
quote
takes
unquote.
Joanne.
So this explains. This is where I get confused because I thought he's a fucking rickshaw driver, puller guy, instead of he's more like a gigolo.
He picks up a beautiful woman. The beautiful woman asks to be dropped off by the dock where there's kind of a nice houseboat, and she tempts him to come and stay a little while on the boat. And he's kind of hesitant at first. Then he's like, okay, well, sure, I'll come in, maybe get a drink or something, right? And as they go downstairs, she starts to like pull her professional moves on him. And as the bumboy knitted, he cannot resist. He cannot resist.
What were those moves? Those professional moves, AJ?
The allure is too great.
Yeah, I mean, we saw more of them when we got to the hotel, but classic
great
scene.
moves.
Classic
Well, because
scene.
she was the stripper at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a professional
At the
dancer.
Pink Pussycat Club.
Yes.
Where we meet another character. It's not at that point
Right.
clear why there's
That's
this
true.
weird sweaty guy just going like this.
Well, I mean, it is a Miami strip club. So.
I mean, that's probably typical. Yeah, that's fair. But it's very
when
apparent
we're
that he's
on
going to be
the boat,
He was
further
in
involved.
focus. Yes.
Yeah.
he
He was very focused.
in the closet.
Yes, this character is
filming
hiding.
Literally.
the sexual encounter through
Yes.
a one-way mirror.
Pretty
He's the
elaborate.
Matthew Pfeiffer of this movie.
For what end, we don't know.
Yeah, for his own glory, we have no idea. But as such, our character Scott figures it out and catches him, and then beats up everybody on the boat,
Yes,
including
like,
her.
punches her.
Yeah,
in
I was
the
shocked.
face.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
intense. And then he kind of flees. He grabs a tape off the ground, or what he thinks is the tape.
There's
But-
another important part there, though. In the fighting action, he grabs an amulet or necklace off the guy
Yes.
and throws it out the
key.
window. A key, yeah.
So elaborate.
Which comes up later for some particular
Storyline.
reason.
It's just
I don't
like-
remember what the importance of the key was, but
Well, it
It's
was
a
the
lockbox.
locker at that, like that
train station or something.
train station or
Or
bus
station.
station.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where the bad guy has it and it goes through his hand.
Yeah, that was
that's
so cool.
right. That's right.
That was so cool. Yeah, so he leaves. He gets home, realizes he has the wrong tape, doubles back to the boat to try to get the tape of him, naked or whatever. And he finds the guy that he fought with earlier was now dead. And as things progress, the boat catches on fire. The police show up. He's now on the lam, on the run, doesn't know what to do. And that kind of sets up the story as we go forward. Yeah, what do you guys think about this whole setup? Do you think it's weird he just never goes to the police?
It's super weird. And it's weird that he would go back. I don't know. The whole thing is weird. Because she, gets out of a car. She gets out of a taxi, I think, and then goes up and says, hey, can you give me a
Yes.
ride in the rickshaw?
Oh,
So it's like
that's
you got to
fair.
ride there to get another ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, right?
And it's not
No.
like he's this important person too, where that
Yeah.
tape is going to destroy his
Right.
life or something.
That's where I was really confused about the whole the reaction. I'd be pissed too. That's not something you do to somebody, right? That's merely messed
Right.
up.
Well, then,
But-
and also it seems like she was told to go up to him. It
Right.
felt like
Yeah.
it
was
was
a
directed
plan.
she had a
Yeah.
purpose to go up to him because she
Yes.
sees his shirt and is like, ooh, the tiger.
That's fair.
And it's
American
like
Tiger.
if
seemed
this is all
purposeful.
being concocted, well then by who? Because
Yeah, and
Right.
why? And who?
because there's no
works him?
connection. Is there any connection to the guy on the boat and the guy with the rickshaw?
No.
So
not that
the
I'm
only
aware of,
connection is the guy on the boat is the son of our.
Oh.
Of the
Of
past.
the
No,
pastor.
no, and we're missing the big point. They are connected because they were born on the same day, and he's like the evil twin
Yes.
of him being
They
the good
were
person.
born
He's
on
the sweaty
June
twin.
So does
6th,
we'll call it
66.
destiny that fills in the plot holes, people.
It must. It must be. It
Yes.
has
I
to be
call
because
it
no other
there's nothing
explanation.
else. There
They're
is
born on the same
absolutely
day.
nothing
So
else.
that
That's
explains
bullshit.
everything. that's
Birthday
wrong with the movie.
twins.
Yeah, that's very fair.
That's complete bullshit.
I just think, I think it'd be a lot easier if he stumbled into something that was already happening or something like
Right.
that, like by happenstance and witnessed something,
Yeah, then he might be afraid to go to the cops, or the
Yeah.
cops are dirty, or some other type of plot line like that. But
It's a weird setup.
Now I guess once he goes and finds the guy dead, maybe he's thinking, I don't want to go to the police because I don't want to get involved in this at all.
He looks guilty.
Right.
And
'Cause,
during all
his
this,
blood is all over the.
I mean, I punched him in the
Everything.
face a bunch of times.
he's trying to
but I
clean up
didn't
the
kill him.
blood with alcohol for
Out of
2
alcohol.
Out of
seconds.
carpet.
I was like, yeah, that's gonna make it look worse that you tried to clean it up. Just oh my god, such an idiot. What did you think of our hitman? What do you think of this guy?
He was I thought he did good.
He's a good bad guy, right?
Fit that
he
part
played
really
like
well.
scummy hitman.
He
pretty
had that
well.
like gelled up hair look, kind of Jersey thug thing going on.
Sneer.
Yeah, sneer. It's not my VHS tape.
I didn't
Yeah,
know how he
Francis.
knew how to find like his apartment and stuff.
Well, we do find later though that he is connected as well.
They're all connected. It's an
Who's he
elaborate-
connected to? He's connected to the pastor.
Yeah,
Right, but how does the pastor
Your Highness.
know where?
because the
Because he's
pastor,
the devil.
yeah, and he has the power,
It's
the
true.
power that our old lady at the beginning is trying to get back.
Yep. Remember, he earlier or later in the movie, but earlier in the timeline, he dons this lovely mask while attempting to make love to her. Turns into a vile
And he
thing.
turns into
Right.
the
Ninja Turtle.
An Ninja
Such a
Turtle.
weird-
Yes.
It's such a weird.
Yeah, that
setup
mask came
of a
off, and
setup.
I was like, "What
Yeah,
happening?"
And then he takes her statue thing here that we see that looks like hog's
The warthog.
face
Yeah.
potted
Other things
planter. I don't
sticking
know.
It looks like the Cthulhu from Relic.
Oh yeah, that's what it looks like. We just need some leaves.
So
is-
that
yeah.
was like the essence of her immortality,
That's
right?
what's keeping her
Yeah.
young.
it's
as
so
soon as
weird.
he takes that, she gets all wrinkly and goes in the wheelchair. And,
But you don't learn any of that until the end of the movie.
right.
Yeah, so nothing makes sense.
And why is he
problem.
still old, or does it just? That's what I don't understand either. He's
That's
old
true.
throughout the film.
Right.
The pastor. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't become super young or anything.
No, but he doesn't have the full control of the powers because he took him out of like her container or something. I don't know.
So
They
you
made
need the
some kind of,
jar.
like-
Maybe
yeah.
he
To
doesn't
the-
get like
to
the
where-
full benefits until she dies or something.
They said
We got like a
something mentioned
Highlander
about-
situation.
Yes.
There can be only one.
There can only.
I mean, he eventually turns into the creature that he took, which is that warthog. So I guess there's
Right.
some kind of connection there with that being evil in some way. It's a weird
be.
premise, right?
Very.
Like,
Well,
what a setup.
it's super weird because then the hitman goes to the stripper and is like, "You need to go tell the cops that
Which
the
is
rickshaw
weird.
guy murdered him, so that he'll come after you, and
Yeah,
then
like,
I'll
what-
be there to
what is
get
that?
him."
Yeah.
That makes no
It's
sense.
like, what?
It doesn't make
I'll
any
meet
sense.
you in the parking garage.
Makes perfect sense, guys. Come
I mean,
on.
it does sound like an Italian plot line.
It totally sounds like an Italian plotline.
Well, and
This
they
is an
drive to the
Italian film
parking
in,
garage, but
in
then
Miami.
she gets that car. Like,
Yeah.
where did she get the keys for that car?
They
That's
must have
not
just been in there. I don't know,
Yeah,
because
good
guess.
he's like, "We're switching
The 80s.
cars," so maybe it
What
was
did you
already
guys
there.
think of the
but
whole chase sequence of the car in the garage and all that stuff? Did you like that?
It made me think of Bad Boys 2. I think it was
funny.
the second one.
Yeah, with Vinny. No, wait, not Bad Boys 2. What car chase scene in Bad Boys 2?
There's one where they're in that parking garage and they're
Yeah.
going down the circular
The circle thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's what's his face driving like a Hummer or something?
something like that. And
Vinny
it's got
Vinny Jones.
got his
This did
sister in
feel
it or
like-
something. I
Like
don't remember.
sequences like that made it feel like more of a real movie. to
Yeah.
me than like having no money, because that's like a budget had to be put in for that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know. What did you guys think of the two police
Mayor, maybe.
officers and the one guy that kind of knows the plot line of the whole movie and answers everything for the detective? What did you think of that?
I mean,
setup?
somebody has
The
to know what the
detective
fuck is
that's
going on.
all about like
Has to
Chinese
explain.
calendar and
yeah,
the
and knows
horoscope
everything about
and
the
stuff like
culture
that.
somehow.
He's
This
really into
American-
crystals and
This
stuff.
50-year-old man detective knows everything about Chinese
With
culture
his
somehow.
pants pulled
Everything.
up to his armpits.
How convenient for the plot, right? There's even a scene where they're like in the
Well, we need
library opening books and stuff. It's just like, this would never happen in real reality.
But they didn't. But they really didn't do much. The cops.
Mm-mm.
No, not really. And eventually the guy just randomly comes around to believe in the kid. He's like, well, now that we've been doing this for a few days, I kind of think he might be innocent. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's like, really?
I've been
Yeah.
telling you this.
Yeah.
This seems legit.
Yeah, it's just like weird writing choices. I like this idea though. I thought the premise. I mean, I think this could have worked if it was like written better and there's more like, Chinese lore and like.
There's a whole lot of just assumptions you have to make when watching it, and I think that there could be a little bit more
editing too. Like some of it could have just been pulled back a little bit and kind of focus on some of the other parts to really flesh it out completely.
Well, because they did a lot for some reason with the stripper's character. It's like, okay, she has this roommate, and then she has a son that we had not seen throughout the or heard about through the entire movie.
Yeah, where's that kid been?
Glimpse, like when
because that kid just popped out of nowhere. I'm like, they had a kid already?
Why is there a kid all of a sudden?
And you get a cat. It's like, what?
Guy goes to her house. He's going into all the rooms and he opens up the one room and it's a kid's room.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh shit!
I missed that. Okay.
And
Like
she
there's
says,
toys
"This is my
and stuff.
roommate's room."
Well, no, that was the next room.
That was
the
just a
next
mattress
one?
on the
Okay.
ground.
Yeah.
Classic.
This is where
Okay,
my
I really
kid
want to talk
sleeps.
about. They're on the run together and they go to a motel, and is the weirdest like flip
Exchange,
around.
yeah.
And and weird, and she's like, what she says, like, don't come in here and rape me, and then he's like, and this kid starts undressing. I was like, what is going on in this movie?
Yeah, that was
are these
disturbing.
people?
That'd be
It was
like an
really
instant.
weird.
"Ooh," like,
Yeah.
Like
no.
And then she was like,
syndrome
she was
on
supposed to be her like
part?
playing hard to get or something.
Yeah,
It was
her
supposed to be
character
hot.
made
Like, what?
zero sense.
I don't know
with
what's going
the
on.
choices.
Weird fetish. I don't know. Or she's just used to being treated like shit by men.
That scene was so weird to
I
me.
mean, honestly.
Yeah.
And he's
stripper.
just,
She's
and he's
probably
just
just
like,
used to men
he's
being
just
horrible.
there. And honestly, up to that point, I thought that like, I thought for a long time that his roommate and him were lovers, because all the other rickshaw guys are like gay men and like
That's
hitting on
true.
people. And I was like, oh, he's taking care of him when he's injured and stuff. Truly, they're in a relationship. Why would he be interested in this?
Yeah. Friends can't take care of each other unless they're gay, is what you're saying, AJ?
No, I mean, there's a lot of
Really?
setup that made me think that just because of the way the rickshaw guys were interacting with everybody.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
But,
Those guys were very close. They were probably like childhood friends or something. There was definitely a close relationship there, but one of them gets
Offed.
after explaining everything. you can
on a
say-
positive note, his knee is not hurting him anymore though.
Yes. He is free from knee pain.
But then after they have their shower sex, like
Yeah.
Great segue.
Dude,
They wake up.
she like
mean.
goes.
To be clear, we're talking about her and Stevie or whatever, Rick
Yeah,
Joanna
hell's
and
his name?
Scott.
Scott.
Joanna and Scott. Yes, they have sex,
Yeah,
and then
not the roommates.
he wakes up and thinks that she took off.
Yeah.
But she
he was
really went and
alarmed.
went shopping for him, bought him
Yeah.
some new
Yes.
clothes. She's like all in now.
Meanwhile, he's still pointing the gun
This is
at
like some
every 5
born
seconds.
identity kind of shit. Like some Stockholm syndrome, hostage like.
There is like a
things,
double
yeah.
twist though, where she does eventually lead them to like that boat bunker, that boathouse,
Yes.
and it is all of a sudden you're aware that yes, she did kind of give him up, and which is
Double-cross him a little
interesting.
bit.
Yeah, a double cross, and then at the end there's another cross back where no, she is a good person. It's just like
It's so
all
weird. Yeah,
over the place. This
It- it's-
writing.
yeah, nothing makes
Flip-flopping
sense.
characters
Nothing
and
makes
like what
sense.
is going on? Like, yeah. I was waiting for a long time for this preacher angle to come in because obviously, the young guy who was murdered on the boat is the son of this well-to-do preacher who apparently has a lot of influence and power. And that is just like dangled in front of us until like the last 15 minutes of the movie, like everything else. So like. The the thing is like the middle part of the movie is just all on the run with no real momentum to the plot.
No,
Right? Like
it
you could
becomes the
cut off-
chase. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
And we get nothing. We get no answers until the very end, which was like the letdown, I think, of the movie.
Even
But-
then, the answer is not terribly clear. Go ahead, Lindsay. Sorry.
But some cool shit happens in that last 20 minutes. Like
Yeah.
the hitman guy, like the old lady sends the snake after him because
Oh man, the
Yeah.
snake's
he's
so
about
cool.
he's about to shoot the guy, our rickshaw
I mean, if you
guy.
can send snakes after people, why do you even need any help to begin with? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and you can make stuff catch on fire whenever you want. It's badass. You're like
But we
basically
talked a
next
little
one.
bit about it too. He has the key that goes through his hand,
Yeah,
and
that was
then
cool.
into the tile,
Yep.
so then he can't get it.
Yep.
But then
Yeah.
when Scott shows up, the cat's laying on the tile.
Yep.
He moves, and there's the key. Like
Pretty cool.
magic.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of mysticism, magic.
It feels like a lot of stuff was made up when they were filming it too. Like stuff like
Or
that.
they just write themselves into a corner like, well, how do we
Yeah.
do this? Magic.
Yeah. Magic.
The answer to everything.
Yes.
The key melts through his hand into
That's a
the
cool
floor
scene,
tile.
though.
It was pretty
That
cool.
was really cool.
Cool. And he's like smearing blood all over the tile.
So what
That
do you-
guy meets his untimely fate later too,
Yes, he does. He does.
as a run-in with a trucker.
Which was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
And the snake going through his eye was awesome.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that. I love that shot. The trucker gets out. He just like throws his head on the
He's
ground.
like,
He's like, oh, I hit another
Like,
guy.
oh
Damn.
no, not another one.
Not another one. My insurance is going to be so high.
Sean just reminded me of one of the more batshit scenes, the needle scene,
Oh, that's so fucked up.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
where he holds her hostage with a needle from the gutter, and he
Yeah.
says, "You know what AIDS is."
Oh, my God.
Ugh.
There was some dialogue in this
Holds her hostage
movie,
with
man.
a needle, a dirty
did
needle.
not age
Yeah.
very well.
There was some
Wow.
dialogue in
Crazy.
the movie that was
There's
very,
some-
yeah, tough.
But again, this is 80s. That was
Yeah.
late 80s, prime
Yeah.
time for
Yep.
people being scared of AIDS and
Yep.
lots of misinformation and
It's
misunderstanding.
very of the time that it was made.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
even
so I
of like
can't-
the B-roll of Miami Beach, and you
Yep.
see all the advertisements and stuff that are companies that really don't exist anymore.
Right.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I'm going to actually play this scene. Let me download it here.
Which one?
The needle,
needle
scene.
scene.
We have it here.
I found this in the trash can. Gonna give you AIDS if you don't go along with my plot. What?
Will this work?
But there were some really cool practical effects in this movie.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise. Like at moments, there was like at times in this movie, it was really. I mean, it's a pretty good movie.
I mean, that's a lot of the
considered, like-
Italianness of it.
Yeah,
Is some of the gore that we find.
Because
We have
was really the first one was but beyond, like blood from him stepping on the glass or the guy getting shot. The first one really is the key through the hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think
And
so,
that was
yeah.
so no,
That's-
it was
yeah.
pretty shocking when that happened because
Yeah.
nothing to that level had happened up to that point in the movie.
All right, here I'm going to play the scene real quick for Sean. So this is the syringe scene.
Sean's favorite scene.
Yes.
Sean, this speaks volumes about you, man.
What do you want?
I want to ask you a few questions, Joanne. Come on, let's go, drive.
I've got nothing to say to you. Get out or I'll scream.
If you scream, I swear to God, I'm going to stick you with this thing, all right? I found it in the gutter. I'm sure you're familiar with AIDS. Let's go.
Why couldn't they just give him a gun? Why
That's
does
so
it have
awful.
to be that? What?
I mean, it's also just like ridiculous dialogue.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that in this movie. Yeah.
It did remind me that all the dialogue has like an insane amount of reverb on it, so it all sounds like they're in a canyon
Yeah, yeah. The audio
with
was
everything,
unusual.
every discussion.
No, there's a lot of crazy line. There's some really out of pocket shit in this movie.
There were moments too where I felt like stuff might have been cut from the version on YouTube I was watching because like there would be like music playing, like
It was just bloop,
and there's like
Yeah.
what
No
happened?
transition, just
yeah, it's just like hard
bam.
cut.
I do
Like,
think
big.
maybe there was some stuff cut. I don't know. Maybe Sean knows.
Yeah, it's possible.
Sean,
American Rickshaw.
did you watch the YouTube link that we had there? That I think you posted actually, or AJ posted.
There was a version you could stream somewhere weird online. It was not HBO, but the American Rickshaw was somewhere else too. And I thought about renting it just to see. But
Who released it on Blu-ray?
Good
that's
question.
a good question. I would say
I think that was actually
Arrow
listed
or
on
Blue
IMDb.
Underground.
American Rickshaw.
A lot of those ones were. released
And
by
why was
Blue.
Donald Pleasance in this movie?
I don't know.
It's so
weird.
bizarre that he was in this movie.
American Tiger. Who released it?
Cauldron?
Cauldron.
Aldrin.
Wow. Cauldron. What is Cauldron? Neon Evil Video. Cauldron Films. Man, they have some cool stuff on here. I never heard of this
Severin
before.
put it out.
Dude, they got Top Line. Oh man, I'm just going a rabbit hole of cool stuff on here. All right, I gotta get off this.
See you, AJ. It's been nice knowing you.
I gotta get off here. There's too many cool movies. I never knew that place existed. Yeah, interesting. So a really small studio released it. Okay. Yeah. Strange movie. The build up was interesting to the end. I thought it was a little weird and elaborate that this woman's like a god basically, and she falls in love with this awful, ugly man. And the story is that he just steals her powers and runs off. And
Yeah.
it seems like she still has powers though. Like she could start fires and
Right,
sense.
she
Why does
still
she
has
sense
the
snakes
ability
after
just
her?
doesn't have her.
Control snakes.
Why does she
and-
need this young guy to go after her?
She
She
wants to be
physically
young
can't.
again.
She's
Yeah.
dying, man. She's getting really old. She's weak.
And just send her
She
snakes
can't-
after him. Like what?
Right, but yeah, she tries.
I guess.
She tries to fight off the preacher again. She's like, "You can't beat me this time because I got a snake and a cat." And he's all like, "Whoosh.
It was interesting.
What you
They were
got
like-
now?"
They were showing footage of like him talking in this arena, and at first I thought the arena footage was like stolen from like another event because it didn't really line up with, like the cameras and
didn't.
stuff. It felt like it was just like some random event that they're ripping footage from, right?
It did kind of look like
Yeah.
that.
Did. Like the lighting was completely different. Like
Yeah.
it didn't match at all.
No.
Yeah. Is that from
What is
another film or something?
Or maybe
That'd be
from
my guess.
some local 70s televangelist kind of
Yeah.
thing.
So at the very end, he gets shot by his wife, and he turns into the
Had enough
giant.
of his shit.
Yeah, and he transforms into this amazing boar, which is pretty cool.
Well, because she calls him the devil.
Yeah.
But to be clear, the old lady is now young again, and she
Yes.
is broadcast on the projection screens
Somehow.
of some sort. I don't.
She beams in like Max Headroom.
She beams. Yeah, I curse you.
I think it would have been
Demon.
cooler if they would have made him like a politician or something. He's
Yeah.
running, and this is like
Yeah.
an election, or I don't know. There's just
I
like
think the preacher
weird
thing's too
choices.
obvious.
Yeah, it's like
it's
weird
too,
choices made.
I don't know. It's Kenneth Copeland, basically.
I don't know. Rickshaw. Anything else we want to talk about with Rickshaw tonight, folks?
I don't know. I think we covered quite a bit of it.
We
It
did.
makes no sense, but it's just bananas to watch.
Yeah, yeah, it is really. I'd be curious too to see if Martino has any other movies like this around this time that are like American crossovers or something. It might be fun to watch because this stuff is, even his B movies, they're all very entertaining. Like The Fall of New York is an amazing Escape from New York ripoff, like scene for scene. It's amazing.
I want to see that.
They even drive through a tunnel of bombs, just like in Escape from New
Oh,
York.
really?
It's like, yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's such
I
a
want to
ripoff.
see that. That's amazing.
It's
I think
great.
I might have that on VHS. I'll have to look.
It's a real fun one to watch. And if you're fans of the channel, we covered it on the Bad Movie Night at one point. So we have a video out there. Unless Chris hid it because he's hiding everything, that jerk. I don't know what his
He
deal
doesn't
is.
show up at the podcast, but he hides all the content.
Yeah, he's literally gone back and hid like hundreds
He's ashamed of
videos.
us.
I don't know.
I think he's trying to change the algorithm, but it's too late for that.
I don't know. Whatever. All right. Where do we go now? Where do we transition to?
If
game
we would
time.
recommend
Or
it.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to play the bumper again, but Patreon, sign up, become a patron, give us $2
A month.
a month. Aaron,
$2 a month.
what did
Yes.
you think about this amazing American classic?
Well, I think just based on our conversation, you could tell that it's a crazy movie, but it's very entertaining. I enjoyed it. Again, still even now don't know really why or what this is about, but I liked it. It's a lot of fun.
All right, Lindsay.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It took me a little bit to get into it, but once I did, it's fun. I'd recommend it, especially that last 20 minutes. That's when it really kicks off.
All right, high praise. Rebecca.
Yeah, I would recommend it as well. It doesn't make any sense in any stretch of the imagination, but it doesn't really need to. It works with what it is.
Spoken like a true teacher.
They should put that on the front of the DVD. It works for what it is.
Yeah, this movie was a lot of fun. It's interesting, like the Italian influence and just like the randomness of the plot, but I enjoyed it all the way through. I was very entertained, and I hope we get some more movies like this. Like I love these like early '90s films. They just like they're such of the time, and they have all the beat for beat kind of things, like the car chase, the on the run kind of thing. The bad guy chasing them, trying to catch them. It was a fun time. Check it out. There is the full version on YouTube if you're looking for it, or you could join whatever it's on line. I forget. It's not HBO or something like that. Maybe it's Stars or something has it. You could rent it there. All right. Yeah. Moving on. I believe we might have
Game?
Game?
We do indeed.
It's Rickshaw time, baby.
All right. Let's head over and play a game.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of confidence, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly implicit. Shall we play?
All right, we're going to dive into the Chinese zodiac.
Oh, that's so cool. All right.
All right, here we go. So, which animal won the race of the Chinese zodiac? So I have all the animals there. Which one do you think won?
The hare?
I'm going to go with the rat.
Is there a hare?
Is that a deer?
Here, you can see them a little better on this one.
Let me look.
Oh.
There's not a hare.
There's a dragon.
There's a dragon. The horse?
Oh, there is a hare. Okay. Yeah, there is. Right next to the tiger.
All right, so the correct answer
The Shih Tzu.
is the
Shih Tzu.
rat.
Oh!
The rat.
Yes,
there-
so
It's
they
so
were-
little, though.
They were racing across the river, though. I don't know if that
Oh,
makes a difference.
okay. They can swim.
But yeah, and there were more than 12 animals, but those were the first 12 to make it, and in that order.
So the rat's the
All right,
11th.
so there are some romance. There's some signs that work better with others romantically. So here we've got the rooster. Roosters match with each of the following except what? Oxen, dragon, snake, or dog?
Dog.
The oxen.
I'm going to try dragon.
It is the dog. Roosters should not date dogs.
It makes sense. In a very practical way, it's sense.
Of the 12, which is supposed to be the unluckiest?
Oh. The monkey, maybe?
The pig.
The pig.
Pigs are smart, though, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
But are they
what does
lucky?
intelligence have to do with luck?
That's true.
So the unluckiest is the goat.
Oh, really?
No.
Man, goats are awesome, though.
Yeah, goats are pretty great.
What day starts the Chinese New Year in 2025?
Oh, man.
I have no idea.
every
I have
year.
no idea.
Fuck, my kid used to be obsessed with this. I forget.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Is it like February something?
March 7th. That's such a that's
Maybe it is March.
Yes.
March
in
13th.
2025, it is January 29th.
Oh, 29th. Shit.
Okay, that's interesting. January. Okay.
Yeah, it's usually late January, early February,
Huh.
somewhere in there. Next year will be the year of which animal?
The snake.
Oxen.
The monkey?
Next year is the year of the snake.
Oh, AJ.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
AJ
pin.
can control snakes.
Yeah, very fitting for the movie.
Which element is next year? So each
Oh.
year has an animal, but then it also has
wow.
an element
Gold
with
is
it
an
too.
element?
Earth,
Fire
wind,
snake.
Is it
Fire
gold,
snake.
water, wood, fire, or earth?
Yeah, I feel like fire earth would make sense.
Dirt snake. Earth snake.
That's a worm. So
Y'all got them dirt snakes?
is the year of the wood snake.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah.
It's just a stick.
That's weird.
Get your wood snake away from me.
Right.
All right, so here you can see what year you were born in and know. So let's see, 84 is the year of the rat.
Yeah. All right. Woo.
Does this even go
rats.
back old enough for me?
I
Am not
know. I
fucking
feel
old?
so old.
It gets very tiny. You just can't even see it.
No, it doesn't go back far enough. 'cause
According
I'm
to the
not
calendar,
old.
you should be dead right now.
What are you, 81?
I'm 81.
So 83, 82,
That's
81
so
would
funny.
be the rooster.
Yeah, I'm the rooster. You know, we ain't gonna die.
So there you go. Little Chinese zodiac.
That was really cool.
That was fun.
I feel like I learned
Learned
some
a lot.
things.
That was cool.
Yeah. All right. So emails. Do we have anyone that would volunteer to read some
emails.
emails for us for last week's episode?
Checking the email.
If I could see him, I would.
You want me to go? I can find
Yeah.
him.
Do you mind,
It's
Aaron?
fine.
All right. I'll
Sure.
transition here.
Okay.
Recent listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Alrighty, so I should talk like Spiv. Last week we watched Arcadian from 2024, starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Cage.
And some crazy monsters. We had a whopping total of 3 comments, one of which is Sean helpfully putting in timestamps. So Apathy John, who was, I believe, the Patreon, who actually that was his pick. Achievement unlocked. Managed to pick a movie that everyone recommended. I'm pretty stoked.
Nice.
Thanks, John. That was a nice palate cleanser after some of the shit we watched this year. And David Black said Nick Cage is always a winner. Good pick by John. Alternate title, Tremors of the Camera Person. Because it was a very shaky film. And then I'm not going to bother reading the timestamps because that would be insane. So thank you for commenting, John and Deva.
All right.
World's
Thank you, folks.
shortest segment.
Yeah, leave some listener feedback on our YouTube page.
Call
All
us
you have to do is
assholes.
comment.
Like, ask where Chris is.
Yeah, and I believe you can still leave voicemails on the website, which we haven't done for quite a while, but it's a really fun thing to do.
It's been a long time.
Take a moment.
Spiff needs like another MILF to reach out to him or something.
Yeah.
What was it? Grandma? A GILF?
Where are
What
the
was that about?
cougars?
Yeah.
Or the Cougar Corner for
We
can
need
Spiff.
talk
another
about
Cougar
them.
corner segment.
Yeah,
You can
we
talk
need that.
about
We
the
need that.
movie, the lack of Spiv being on the show, whatever you want. Leave a comment.
Yeah. You could say, we're a bunch of dumb assholes. I don't care. Just put something on there.
Anything. We'll
Comment.
take it.
Just
What kind, of,
interact with
what
us.
kind of rickshaw would you have if you had a rickshaw?
Yeah. Have you seen a rickshaw?
Oh, we didn't talk. Did they have rickshaws in the United States? Like, did they have them in Miami at that time?
Oh, that's a good question.
I wonder.
That would have been a relevant thing
I
to
could
talk
understand
about
in like
earlier.
Chinatown, you
I
would probably
know.
have them to paint on the size and like the culture. I don't know. I've
I
never
don't
seen them
remember.
anywhere.
I mean, I've been there, but I don't really remember.
New
seeing
York makes
rickshaws.
sense to me, or like Chicago maybe, or San Francisco even.
Rickshaws are used in numerous cities in the
Oh,
United
yeah.
States primarily for their novelty value as
Right.
an entertaining form of transportation.
Yeah, not a
Yeah,
practical one.
here. I just found a picture from the 1984 in Coconut Grove, Miami, of they're pulling rickshaws. So
There you go.
it's a thing.
Rickshaw it up, folks.
Can you Uber a rickshaw? Because that would be pretty cool.
You can you can go to Rags to Rickshaws.
Wow. They can get one
What
on
if they
eBay.
showed up with like
US
just a wheelbarrow? Like, get in.
USA's premier rickshaw rental
That is the
service
best
Wow.
name.
That's
in
amazing.
New Jersey.
There you go, folks. Free advertising.
What,
For your business.
what would you use that for?
That sounds like a rickshaw company in New Jersey. It does.
Yes, it
This is the
does.
perfect name.
Entrance vehicle rental. Make the most memorable entrance for any event.
That's
Drive in
wild.
an
Oh,
authentic
you get to like
rickshaw.
the bride to like pull the
Yeah.
That
groom
makes
in
sense.
on a rickshaw or something?
That makes sense. I could see
But it's
that.
not like it's like a car rickshaw like they have in India, like not the...
Oh, it's like a tut-tut type thing? Like
yeah.
Not a tut-tut, what the hell are they called? Tata has those, the fuck are those things called? It's like a
Like
motorcycle, but with
one
like
wheel in the front.
a cab.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
interesting. Well, there you go. We're learning all kinds of things
Rags
tonight,
to
folks.
rickshaw.
All right. Well, I think we got our wheel.
rickshaws.
I'm going to pull this
Fucking
guy
what
up
the
for
hell?
you, folks, and we're going to pick our movie.
We got 2 to choose from, right?
We do. Can you see this?
What happens
Okay.
if it's fingernails?
Then we get the magic hat.
We
Then
got to
it's,
spin again.
Twilight.
Spin
I
again.
thought Sean did a magic hat for us.
We got to go all the... no, we need to
What's the
preset
2
it up.
choices? I'm scared.
Trucks and
Trucks.
something else. I can't read it. Can anyone read that?
Trucks
Sasquatch.
and suburban Sasquatch.
Oh God.
Oh,
Fingernails.
Respin. Why don't we just
Respin.
take the nails off?
I don't know. I think the wheel would break if there's only
It
2
can only,
choices.
yeah, I don't think it would work as a wheel.
50-50.
It would stop spinning. All right, here we go.
Oh
we go.
no.
This is
my
it.
God.
Suburban Sasquatch.
Suburban Sasquatch.
You've
Here's
watched
our
Urban
choice.
Cowboy. Now watch Suburban Sasquatch.
Suburban Sasquatch. Let's see if we can find a trailer
This
for
can
this.
be
Dude.
ridiculous.
It is
Why would-
available on Tubi, so that's great.
All
Who
right.
picked this?
Oh my god.
No, it's bad.
Oh my god. Yes,
Have you
this is
seen
a
this?
Wild Eye release. All right, folks, here we go. Let's
Oh,
check out the
no.
trailer. I think I've seen this trailer before.
Oh god.
Suburban Sasquatch.
Oh, that's cool. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is gonna be brutal.
This looks like Blood Fart Lake.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It looks awful. Awful.
Whoa.
This is like stuff me and Mark and Chris would watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is Matthew Pfeiffer.
All right, that's enough. All right. You
I
got
think
the
we saw
idea.
the whole thing. I'm
Yeah.
ready to do a review on that.
So, Suburban Sasquatch is available on Tubi. It looks god awful. Help us all if we can make it through the
fucking
movie.
bad.
It is
Here we go.
I'm giving you
Really
my
bad.
opinion right now.
Yeah.
Absolute dog shit.
garbage.
I
But hey,
like
we
the
haven't
gore.
had a garbage movie for quite a while, so I guess we're due.
It could be the next
we've earned
Secrets
it.
of the Clown.
It could
Who
be.
knows?
No.
Yeah. Or Bloodfire
I
Lake.
hated that movie, and that was infinitely better than
Secrets of the Crown was brilliant.
No, you guys.
Classic.
Chris isn't here anymore. You don't have to agree with him about that bullshit.
It had moments. It had some it
He wanted that
moments.
to be movie of the year. Fucking Secrets of the Clown.
Yeah.
Secrets of the Crown.
Hard pass.
That's so funny. All right, folks. Thank you again for joining us tonight on Bad Movie Night podcast. Oh, exciting news. I guess we should announce. We have a new podcast coming. What is that? Oh, yes. You heard it here first. Myself, Mark, and Chris recorded a couple episodes.
Nice.
And we figured this would be a great way to keep the momentum of some of the older stuff we've been doing. But with the YouTube show and filming all that, it takes like 8 hours to edit an episode. And it's
Because
very
you guys are drunk as fuck.
grueling. Yeah, we do a lot of it. Just takes too much time. And this will speed that up. And it will give you another avenue for fun content. So the first episode will be coming out at the end of the month, and it'll be on a separate platform than the Bad Movie Night
Ooh,
podcast.
what's it going to be called?
It's called Garbage Day.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So keep your
That's good. I like it.
keep your ears open for it.
Garbage Day.
Hopefully, it'll still connect through our Bad Movie Night network, and you'll be able to find it that way. But we'll announce it when it comes out. Keep an ear and eye open for it. It should be fun. Otherwise, tune in next week. We will be back, hopefully with a fuller crew, and hopefully everyone's getting over this fall sickness. And I hope Chris gets his kids to dance practice in time, and he can hopefully show up. We'll see. You know, he's doing his best. We're all just trying to do our best. So,
Chris is
Yes,
trying.
we've all
just
been
miss
very
him.
busy and lots
Yeah.
going on.
but we'll be here. Tune in. Leave a comment on the YouTube. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Keep squatching.
Thanks for listening to the Bad Movie Night Podcast. The Bad Movie Night.